So good afternoon. Second video for today. So today we're gonna update my mini GT collection, my vast mini GT collection. Up until today, I had 3 mini GTs, and I like mini GT quite a bit. So I had already had the M3, the C8 Corvette, and the Civic Type R, and I'm adding to my collection. I had actually gotten this a few weeks ago but hadn't opened it up till today, the Miho exclusive mini GT Mercedes, which we'll talk about next. But then this one here, the mini GT BMW M4 in Sakhir Orange number 121. Now I've mentioned with my Biantes that I was able to get a couple, not a lot of them, from a website called Downey's, and that Downey's occasionally has free shipping, but they don't have the largest Biante catalog. Most of the Biantes are new old stock. So when I got a free shipping notification and I went to their website, there were no Biantes that I wanted that I didn't already have. But there was this mini GT, and with free shipping, it made as much sense to buy it from them as from Surplus Goodies or any of the normal eBay dealers that I would pick up my mini GT. Like that Miho exclusive, I believe, was either I don't quite remember which company it was, but it may have been Surplus Goodies, an eBay seller that I buy from, and they do very well. So delivered from Australia, this was $18, including taxes. Oh, I'm sorry, $18 Australian. It was under $15 US. So it might have actually been $12 US with free shipping. So I had seen other people review this. I love BMWs, so I figured I just slit the cellophane so it'd be a little less drama or BS for you guys to watch. I love mini GT. They come in these boxes, which makes them easy to store in. And inside the box is a nice plastic clamshell that securely keeps it in there. So let's take a look at this BMW. So Sakhir Orange, very nice. So mini GT, metal body, metal base screwed together with rubber tires, very authentic. Now, this has the rubberized mirrors, which is great in case you bump into something. They're not so fragile that they're going to fall off. The mirrors are rubberized. They're painted to match the car, but they do not have silver paint for the reflection. Inserted taillights, very nicely done. I don't see any flashing on this. The BMW logo right there on the front. The signature kidney grills. Some nice texture to all these vents here. I don't see any excessive flashing like you see on some brands with the lensed headlights. The paint job is beautiful, Sakhir Orange. Now, this reminds me of an orangish red that was available from Pontiac in the 70s. My older brother Tom had a 77 Pontiac Grand Prix SJ in Fire Mist Orange, and that is the color that reminds me of this. And there's a story to that car. That was fantastic. That was a 77 Pontiac. It had the 400 cubic inch V8. It had the big snowflake rims and a white vinyl top and T-tops. It was an awesome car, and he let me drive that from time to time. So you can see the nice details there. Now, I wonder if I zoom in, can we read that? I can't, but you can see that there is some printing there. The details around the window, the black trim around the window, We can see partly into the interior there. The interior looks nice. It's got the infotainment, but there's no interior painting like door handles or center stack. The windshield wipers are barely visible because remember, on these they wouldn't be exposed. They would drop down behind the hood, so you can see the driver's side windshield wiper just barely sticking up there. It's got this black Kevlar roof treatment, which would have been, a factory option. The little shark fin satellite radio antenna. The lens taillights look fantastic. And you can see the M4 and the BMW and the license plate, BMW M4. The exhaust looks nice. It looks like it has some depth to it. That whole resonator box there is painted silver with the 4 tips. These rims look damn good. I mean, I'm zoomed in. I can't read what it says on the center of those rims, but just the fact that there is printing is phenomenal. So this is real sweet. Let me zoom out again a little. That is nice. That is a nice addition to my fledgling Mini GT collection. And of course now it's having its little focus issues. So so this, I didn't see a copyright. Let's take a look real quick. I believe this is a 2020 release. I remember when it came out and I started seeing it on all the channels, all the usual suspects, Champion, DJK, etc. So TSM model, which I believe is the parent company from Mini GT. So I'm not looking heavily. Well, we could check the bottom of the car for a copyright. So Mini GT, made in China. Not a lot of information on the bottom. So now one that I think is going to be a little less forgiving is this Miho exclusives Mini GT Mercedes 190 Evolution. Oh, let's see if I can get it here. Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.5 16 Evolution 2. And because it's a Miho exclusive, it comes on the clamshell, but it comes with the box, which I'll be able to store this in. And I have seen everybody, and I'm hoping not to repeat this, everybody breaks off that fine Mercedes star on the front. So I've already pre-cut the sides and bottom of this package. And I will save the card art. I will gently lay this on its back for a second, get the box out. So let's see if we can read on the back here any relevant copyright dates. But again, I think this is a 2020 release, late 2020. Again, this originally came out in black and silver, and now there are some race liveries. So, they will get their money's worth out of this casting. This is a newer style box. All the original boxes had this sort of like checkered flag on them. But I like Mini GT. The artwork, the pictures of the models and so forth are always fantastic. So Mercedes-Benz 190E 2.5 16 Evolution 2 Black Pearl Metallic. And Mini GT will usually differentiate whether it's left-hand drive or right-hand drive. And so this is left-hand drive there, so there's all the information. And so I'm very gingerly, very carefully going to grab it by the roof and not touch that hood at all. And there you can see. So far, beginning of the video, that is standing fairly straight up. Let's hope by the end of the video that is still there. I mean, that is one delicate little Mercedes three-pointed star. But look at the lensed headlight inserts with the amber for the turn signals. Very nicely detailed front grille. Air dam. You can see the pearl in the paint. And I can't read that, but I'm sure on a bigger screen I'll be able to read that. These rims look fantastic. So again, this is metal body, metal base screwed together. Let's see what it says on the bottom. Mini GT, made in China, but it doesn't tell you, that it's a Mercedes 190 Evo, excuse me. But some nice casting on the bottom. The interior looks good. I can recognize the classic Mercedes airbag steering wheel. The mirrors are hard molded. They're not the rubberized on the others. The rear has some nice tampo details there. 190E, 2.516. The three-pointed star, Mercedes-Benz on the nameplate or the number plate. Lensed insert taillights. And it looks like it's got the orange, red, and even the clear for the backup lights. Now the exhaust tip seems like it has a little bit of depth, but it's not painted silver. I can see the defroster lines there. Just being very careful on that Mercedes emblem. Now, to my eye, that Mercedes emblem, the stem below it is way too long. It's sitting up too high. But on this scale, what do you expect? And living around New York and being in New York City, when I was younger, if this breaks off, that actually adds authenticity. How many people stole those Mercedes stars off the hoods of the cars? It got ridiculous. So this is a beauty. This is an iconic car. Not everybody would know this. I mean, the Mercedes 190 was a nice little car, and that's what this is. This is a compact, the 190, by U.S. standards, I should say. I guess the rest of the world, this would be a mid-sized car, but this is a small chassis. But this is very cool, and around the era this came out, I had a cousin who worked for Mercedes in the corporate offices in northern New Jersey. And as an employee, she got a great deal. She was able to buy a standard 190 that she drove for, I think, 2 years and then sold on paper to her parents. And then she got, not this, but the next level up. I mean, it was just a fancier one. So the original one was red. And then she got a black one, but it didn't have the spoiler. It wasn't the 2.516. So my cousin had two of these. They were beautiful. She doesn't work for Mercedes anymore, but she did for a good while. And so this is, cool from a car perspective, and also, a little bit of a family connection, and just an awesome car. So these are the two latest. The first Mini GT I got was this 3 Series M30. So the mirrors on this seem rubberized. Again, you can see the lens, all the nice details. Lens taillights, lens headlights. None of the Mini GTs have opening hoods or doors or parts of any kind. This C8 Corvette is one of the better Corvette models that's out. Greenlight has one that I may eventually get. Maybe if I get a good auction on it. I'm not going to pay a premium price for that. It's good, but it's got a removable roof. Autoworld has the C8 coming out, and they actually have an opening engine compartment. And that's a plus and a minus because it shows a heavy panel gap. I watched the review of it on Champion DJK. So everybody's making these C8 Corvettes. I mean, Matchbox does an amazing job for a mainline. But this was the best of the first ones to come out. So, and I'm a Ford guy, but I will probably try and get each brand's version of the C8 if I think it's worth getting. And so I think this one didn't get much attention. This is another one that I picked up from Downey's, and this is the Honda Civic Type R. And it's very nice. Again, so those look like lensed headlights, big old Honda badge, some nice detailing there. The fog lights aren't painted, they're just black, which is sort of a disappointment. The mirrors rubberized, lensed taillights, 3 exhaust pipes. Now, I'm a car guy, but I don't really follow JDM cars, so I don't know if that's normal. Somebody, I believe Scale Enthusiasm actually owns his car in real life. And I've watched his videos. If he's watching here, let me know. Is the 3rd exhaust pipe an accurate thing? I'm sure I could go look on Redline Auto or any of the auto sites, but it's always fun to get the real deal from a real owner. So lensed headlights, you can see the backup lights, you can see the red, big old wing, the defroster lines. So this is a right-hand drive. And so I ordered this from Downey's. When I got the light blue Holden, I got this in the same delivery. And again, the Holden and this, because it was free shipping, were, I think, $26 combined. So, yes, you wait a long time to get, because free shipping means that they're sending it the economy and so forth. But these are very nicely detailed. I mean, there are better models out there. Beyonce, but they're expensive. TLV, but they're expensive. And some of these off-brands can be, quite expensive. The recent mystery brand, Ford Focus, and that Porsche 911 GT2 RS. This is probably the best detailed 164. I mean, it has a brake disc, brake calipers, and I will hear some people say that Mini GT are expensive, and so the BMW was $13. The Honda was $13. This Miho exclusive was more expensive. I got it not on pre-order, but I got it afterwards. So that was $20 shipped from a U.S. hobby collector, but it's a Miho exclusive. The Corvette I pre-ordered, so I think I got that for $15 or so from a U.S. hobby dealer who did the pre-order. So, I didn't pay more than, I don't think I paid $20. This one, probably $20. $20 is the most expensive Mini GT that I bought. I don't consider them to be expensive brand, but then again, it's all relative. I mean, I have spent more on the Hot Wheels RLC that I don't think compares quality-wise or feature-wise with Mini GT. I only have the one Tarmac Works, but the TLV, was $35. And I think Mini GT is just as good as TLV. They're slightly better than Schuko. So I don't think they're overly expensive. Obviously, I don't have 20 of them because I think with anything you need to be selective and patient and add a piece as you go along. I really feel sorry. I mean, I'm impressed, but I sort of feel sorry for the guys that are like completionists and have to have the latest, because that would drive me nuts, and it would drive me to the poorhouse. So let me know what you think of of Mini GT. I'm impressed. Like I said, it's almost the end of the video, and that Mercedes emblem is still there. And to make sure it is, I'm going to place it in its protective package there, and then put it in its box on video so that I know that I did not ding that. There we go. And that's the wonderful thing. Mini GT, they are snug as a bug in a rug. The box can fall and the model will not get damaged. I mean, the box should not fall, but they can. They do. So there we go. So let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe, comment down below. The Mercedes is beautiful. This BMW is beautiful. Probably the Corvette is my favorite, but they're all fantastic. I highly recommend Mini GT. I don't know if I've given them a score before, but if I haven't, I'll give them a solid B. And the only detractor can be price. So that's why they don't get an A. They get a B, maybe even a B plus, but I'll call that a simple B. So thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.